95%. That figure stands as the colossal, undisputed monument to human failure in the financial markets. The overwhelming majority of traders who enter the arena will vanish within 5 years. This catastrophic outcome is not a random event, but the precise, predictable result of attempting to apply an ancient, primitive biological operating system to a modern, high-speed digital environment. Your brain, while magnificent for survival in the savannah, is fundamentally and disastrously misaligned with the market's core demands: patience, statistical detachment, and pure, unwavering logic. You are attempting to combat highly optimized, logical algorithms with raw human instincts hardwired for immediate threat response and quick reward. The market is not a fair fight. It is a ruthless selection process. The question, therefore, is not how to win the internal struggle against your fear and greed, a battle you are guaranteed to lose when stress hormones begin to circulate, but how to engineer a solution that makes the opportunity for failure physically impossible. This necessitates moving beyond mere psychology and into the powerful realm of technological augmentation. For decades, the foundational key to unlocking consistent profitability was perfectly articulated by Mark Douglas in Trading in the Zone. He stressed the necessity of thinking in probabilities, accepting risk as a non-personal factor, and achieving true emotional detachment. Yet the tools he offered were exercises of mental discipline, relying on a resource as fragile and fleeting as human willpower. Today, we stand ready to deploy the ultimate solution, the digital willpower, an execution shield that enforces Douglas's philosophical brilliance with the cold, absolute certainty of code, turning abstract discipline into structural defense. This digital willpower is not a complex trading robot intended to replace your strategic mind. It is instead a meticulous countermeasure, a protective sentinel designed solely to shield your best, most rational intentions from the inevitable self-sabotage triggered by market pressure. This single technological decision provides the ultimate competitive advantage because it controls the only variable truly capable of destroying your account: you. When the impulsive, fear-driven urge strikes, the barrier standing in your way is not a flimsy promise you made yesterday, but an objective, non-negotiable piece of software. Let us dissect the single most destructive psychological phenomenon that leads to the 95% statistic: the revenge trade. A sharp, unexpected loss triggers an immediate, profound physiological response. Your brain interprets the financial loss as a genuine physical threat, initiating a hormonal flood that bypasses logic entirely. The primitive instinct demands instant restoration of balance, leading to the massive, emotionally fueled second trade that acts as the financial coup de grace. It is a moment of neurological hijacking, and it is entirely predictable. The most practical, effective solution to this primal response is the behavioral guardrail system. This is a simple yet powerful AI script operating silently in your trading environment, specifically looking for the unmistakable signature of a revenge trade. It tracks 3 critical variables simultaneously: the percentage loss sustained in the last hour, any subsequent attempt to increase leverage beyond established rules, and the duration between the loss and the new order. These variables, when combined, create a definitive risk profile. If the system detects the confluence of these high-risk conditions following a loss, the response is immediate, decisive, and non-negotiable. The AI instantly disables the order entry function, locking the button and enforcing a mandatory cooldown period, often a minimum of 60 to 90 minutes. This action completely severs the immediate connection between anger and execution, allowing the hormonal spike to subside. By the time the trading controls are reactivated, the rational executive function of your brain has reclaimed control, and the catastrophic impulsive decision has been averted. Furthermore, AI proves essential in combating the widespread affliction of cognitive overload. In the highly complex, interconnected modern market, the human mind is bombarded by an overwhelming torrent of data: minute-by-minute price ticks, breaking geopolitical news, interest rate expectations, and real-time position calculations. This constant saturation quickly exhausts your working memory, inducing profound decision fatigue. A fatigued mind is incapable of the clear strategic thinking required for profitable trading. The implementation of AI facilitates strategic cognitive offloading.
You delegate all low-level, high-volume processing tasks to the machine. The AI handles the relentless real-time analysis, calculating complex cross-market correlations, tracking minute changes in volume profile, computing volatility indices, and running stress tests on your overall portfolio exposure. By entrusting these labor-intensive tasks to the machine, you conserve your limited, conscious mental energy for the highest value actions, synthesizing non-quantifiable market narratives and executing final, strategic judgments. You transition from a frantic data processor to a calm, focused executive. This AI-mediated approach, signal to AI vetting to logical confirmation to trade, is not merely an efficiency upgrade, it is a powerful psychological conditioning tool. Through its consistent, objective presence between stimulus and response, you are physically teaching your neural pathways that the appropriate response to market movement is calculated, systematic analysis rather than a reactive emotional spike. The systematic enforcement gradually builds the resilient psychological foundation necessary for long-term consistency. The competitive landscape makes this AI integration absolutely mandatory. Algorithms are becoming exponentially faster and more adept at identifying human emotional signatures, the telltale latency of fear, the volume spike of greed. They are programmed to exploit exactly the moment a human trader is most likely to panic or capitulate. If you persist in trading with raw, unassisted emotion, you are simply the slowest, most exploitable link in the chain, providing necessary and predictable liquidity for the augmented players. Dr. Alexander Elder, the acclaimed authority on trading discipline, centered his work on the principle that the most critical element, the mind, was also the most unreliable. AI offers the concrete, practical tool that finally overcomes this constraint. It transforms the abstract ideal of emotional control into a measurable, enforceable set of codes and parameters. It moves the discussion from how to feel better to how to code smarter. You may still be tempted by the romantic notion of the pure discretionary trader, believing that supreme self-mastery is achieved through sheer human fortitude. But the reality is that the new discretionary edge lies in mastering the integration of the tool. Your unique human creativity, your ability to spot unique non-quantifiable market subtleties is maintained, but the inherently flawed emotional and mechanical tasks are successfully and reliably delegated to your digital willpower. This rewiring process includes a crucial defense against the overconfidence bias, the winner's curse. A powerful string of successful trades floods the brain with rewarding dopamine, leading directly to feelings of invincibility and the rash, leveraged mistake that follows. Your AI Sentinel is programmed to actively monitor this arrogance by measuring the sudden deviation in risk metrics. If your proposed trade size attempts to exceed a statistically defined comfort zone, the AI intervenes, forcing a temporary reduction in available leverage.
We now move decisively past the diagnosis of human frailty and into the active correction phase. The greatest barrier to sustained profitability is not the complexity of the market, but the deceptive simplicity of self-justification. Every trader is guilty of rationalizing a losing position, telling themselves it's just consolidating before the major move, when they are actually avoiding the pain of admitting a mistake. To succeed, you need a relentless, objective truth teller. You need the practical mirror, an AI framework designed to expose and instantly correct your cognitive biases. This mirror is powered by AI's ability to act as your ultimate bias detector, rooting out the insidious trap of confirmation bias. Your brain is engineered to seek information that validates its current belief, actively filtering out all contradictory data. If you are deeply committed to a long trade, your perception narrows. You selectively absorb bullish headlines, ignore bearish technical signals, and discount all risks. This selective vision is a neurological survival mechanism, but in trading it is a financial death sentence because it guarantees you will miss the fatal warning signs. The practical solution is the automated thesis challenge. This system requires you to input your complete, reasoned trade thesis into the AI before execution. The AI is not there to rubber stamp your idea, but to challenge it ruthlessly by pulling up crucial contradictory data points that you have likely ignored. For example, thesis, buy asset Z due to clear breakout. The ATC responds, warning, current volume profile is 45% below the average for similar breakouts, suggesting low conviction. Sentiment analysis shows a 10-day high in short interest. Technical analysis confirms an 80% probability of a fake-out based on your historical performance with this specific pattern. This immediate, factual confrontation creates a mandatory pause that forces the engagement of your rational, strategic mind. It is a necessary friction that prevents emotional momentum from driving a trade. The ATC acts as an essential, high-standard filter, effectively eliminating all trades based on fleeting hopes, gut feelings, or incomplete information, leaving only the truly high-conviction, data-backed setups for your consideration. It ensures you defend your premise against the strongest possible negative evidence. This automated system is the technological fulfillment of the self-mastery stressed by Dr. Alexander Elder. Elder knew that the greatest struggle was the mind itself, and that self-knowledge was paramount. The practical mirror makes this self-knowledge quantifiable. By continuously recording and challenging your inputs, the AI develops a precise psychological fingerprint of your decision-making, pinpointing your unique susceptibility to anchoring, recency, and fear biases. This detailed map is the key to targeted, effective self-correction. Consider the common, expensive error known as the endowment effect, where you irrationally overvalue an asset simply because it is already in your portfolio. This emotional attachment prevents the necessary and timely cutting of losses. AI provides an objective countermeasure, real-time opportunity cost analysis. The AI is programmed to ignore the sunk cost and instead focus on current efficiency. It constantly calculates the difference in expected future yield between the capital currently tied up in your stagnant position and the optimal deployment of that capital elsewhere in the market. The AI triggers an alert not based on the magnitude of the loss, but on the metric of inefficiency. Capital in asset Y is yielding 0.2%. If redeployed into sector Z, expected yield is 4.1%. The cost of holding is 3.9% opportunity loss. Immediate review required. This intervention reframes the realization of a loss from a personal failing to a professional, logistical choice, the act of redeploying capital to where it can work harder. This simple, factual shift in perspective destroys the emotional hook, enabling detached, calculated action. The most revolutionary application of the practical mirror is through AI-driven journaling and diagnosis. Stop relying on vague, retrospective written notes. You are building a massive, personalized psychological database. You speak your thoughts and feelings directly into a device, your excitement, your hesitation, your frustration, at the moment of the trade. The AI transcribes the raw voice data and analyzes the emotional vocabulary. The resulting diagnostic report is unparalleled in its accuracy and detail. It identifies complex, hidden correlations. Your use of the word certainly or can't go lower in your voice journal is statistically correlated with a 68% probability of a stop-out loss, suggesting excessive conviction. All trades where this language was used were sized 30% above your risk average. This granular, objective self-analysis accelerates your learning curve, turning years of painful experience into months of concentrated, targeted psychological growth. This system provides the immediate, unbiased feedback that even giants like Jesse Livermore tragically lacked. Livermore, despite his genius in market observation, ultimately fell victim to his own unchecked ego and emotional swings. He had to rely on devastating delayed consequences for his lessons. The modern trader, augmented by AI, receives a real-time audit of their internal state, allowing correction while the error pathways are still firing. Furthermore, the mirror is the essential tool for managing the ostrich effect, the costly tendency to avoid looking at a drawdown by simply ignoring the trading platform. The AI is programmed to deliver concise, non-emotional status reports regardless of the performance of the portfolio. This ensures mandatory, continuous professional engagement and prevents the neglect of critical risk management steps simply because the market is stressful. To combat impulse trading, the sudden overwhelming urge to enter the market based on fleeting price action, the AI implements a forced pattern interruption friction. For example, if the system detects rapid, unnecessary chart switching, the telltale sign of anxiety and lack of preparation, the AI automatically inserts a mandatory cognitive task. This could be a 60-second timer requiring you to manually check off your top 5 risk rules or solve a simple, focused math problem before the execution window can be accessed. This small, deliberate friction is typically all that is needed to momentarily break the emotional cycle and allow your rational, prepared mind to reassert control. The practical mirror is ultimately the guarantor of decision hygiene, ensuring that every trade entered has passed a rigorous, logical, and bias-aware inspection, driven entirely by verifiable facts, not by volatile feelings. Having diagnosed the mind and implemented the mirror, we now proceed to the engineering phase, building the augmented workflow. This is the practical, multi-part system that integrates AI into every phase of your daily trading lifecycle, systematically replacing reliance on unpredictable human motivation with the flawless rigor of an automated system. This is the only scalable way to democratize the discipline of elite trading. The guiding principle of this phase is absolute commitment to a mechanical system, a discipline championed by legendary market wizard Ed Seykota. Seykota's monumental success was derived from his unwavering adherence to trend-following rules that removed personal emotion. Your current task is not the complexity of the market, but the complexity of achieving that same systematic rigor. The augmented workflow is designed to give you Seykota's discipline, automated and personalized for your specific needs. Step 1. The personalized AI pre-trade checklist, the thesis firewall. This is a dynamic, intelligent barrier that prevents high-risk, impulsive entries by customizing its checks to your documented weaknesses. Every morning, you must input your watch list and core thesis into the AI. The AI immediately runs an AI compliance check against your top 5 documented psychological weaknesses, which were identified by your previous journaling data. The system involves a detailed, multi-step verification process. In this process, the trader inputs the trade thesis, and the AI immediately cross-references it against the trader's top 3 biases, such as revenge, confirmation, or oversizing. A risk confidence score is then generated based on adherence to objective rules. Crucially, if the score is below 80%, the system imposes a temporary order block, providing a clear, factual rationale for the delay. This firewall is personalized, ensuring its effectiveness is maximized against your specific known vulnerabilities. For example, for a trader prone to anchoring bias, the AI automatically checks if the proposed entry price is too close to a significant recent high or low, forcing a manual override that requires a 50-word justification defending the decision against the lure of the anchor price. This system ensures that your trades are validated by sound logic, not by the gravitational pull of emotional memory or fleeting price action. Step 2. The live state sentry, biometric risk control and fatigue management. This is the next generation of risk management, moving far beyond static stop losses to dynamic physiological risk adjustment. You utilize low-cost wearables to stream crucial data, sleep score, resting heart rate, and critically, heart rate variability, the most reliable objective metric for assessing physical stress and neurological recovery, to a specialized AI script running alongside your trading platform. The Sentry operates under a proactive, preventative protocol. If the AI detects that your heart rate variability is low, indicating high physiological stress or fatigue, it immediately implements a protective adjustment. It automatically reduces the maximum allowed leverage on your platform by 50% and disables discretionary trading, forcing reliance on pre-programmed limit orders only. The system ensures that you are only allowed to trade with full confidence when your physical and neurological state is objectively optimal. You are no longer trading on how you feel, you are trading on what your data suggests about your readiness. Step 3. Journaling for AI, the predictive behavior engine. Your post-trade review is now transformed into a powerful, automated predictive tool. Instead of time-consuming subjective notes, you use a structured tagging system, entry setup, resulting R multiple, and the corresponding emotional state. The emotional state is chosen from a defined set like excited, calm, or anxious.
The AI uses machine learning on this structured data to create a highly accurate behavioral model. The output is no longer a simple summary, it is a profound predictive forecast. Based on 1,000 trades, your success rate with setup A drops from 65% to 35% on days following a calm state tag. The data suggests you become complacent after rest. Action: on calm days, increase checklist scrutiny by 20%. This revelation of hidden, complex correlations provides a new dimension of self-mastery, delivering objective, targeted guidance that you could never spot through manual review. This entire workflow is the technological manifestation of Brian Tracy's core principle of success: consistent, high-value habit formation. AI provides the flawless, tireless enforcement for these habits. It successfully removes the human labor from discipline, allowing you to focus your limited daily motivation entirely on strategic development and complex market observation. You are eliminating reliance on fragile personal willpower and implementing a machine-enforced routine. This comprehensive system is an absolute terminator of FOMO, fear of missing out. FOMO stems entirely from a scarcity mindset, the panicked, irrational belief that you are missing the last train to wealth. AI combats this delusion by proving quantitative abundance. When you feel the irrational urge to chase a stock that has already moved 10%, a simple prompt to the AI triggers an instant opportunity scan that identifies 10 other tickers that meet your exact criteria and are currently setting up, not running away.
We now finalize the transformation and examine the resulting psychological state, the cyborg mindset and the new edge. This is not merely an upgrade in tools, it is a fundamental shift in identity. The ultimate edge is no longer a secret indicator, it resides in your complete, technologically enforced, and utterly unwavering consistency. The cyborg trader represents the perfect hybrid, a human who provides the creative, unstructured intelligence, spotting novel shifts in sentiment or interpreting complex geopolitical narratives, and a machine that provides the disciplined, high-fidelity execution. The primary observable marker of this successful merger is the radical shift in your inner narrative. Your decision-making voice is no longer, "My gut tells me this will reverse, I must hold the line." It is, "The real-time opportunity cost analysis shows this capital is 4% inefficient. The system dictates immediate reallocation." This deep structural change in self-talk leads directly to the state of professional detachment. You stop viewing a market loss as a personal failure, an attack on your intelligence, or a sign of bad luck. It becomes a calculated statistical event, nothing more than the cost of accessing the next high-probability setup. The P&L is a lagging indicator. The true leading indicator of your sustained success is the calmness and unwavering, guaranteed discipline of your execution, which the AI successfully enforces. The most valuable result is the immediate, continuous psychological equilibrium. You are fully freed from the constant, exhausting hormonal battles of fear and greed. Jack Schwager, after interviewing dozens of market wizards, concluded that all masters shared an absolute, unbending dedication to their edge and their risk control. AI provides the practical means for every trader to achieve this unbending standard without requiring decades of personal psychological struggle and trial and error. The AI-enforced consistency successfully protects your capital not only from the emotional volatility of the market itself, but also from the inherent volatility of your own mood, stress, and energy levels. You are no longer reliant on waking up feeling good or disciplined. You are reliant on a system that runs flawlessly, whether you are energized or fatigued, happy or frustrated. You are operating from a place of reliable process, which is the non-negotiable hallmark of any successful professional endeavor in any field. Think about how this system destroys the destructive nature of greed.
The urge to hold a winning trade far past its logical target is driven by the fear that you will miss out on the maximum possible profit. The AI combats this with dynamic exits based purely on objective volatility metrics, not emotional targets. It monitors the health of the trend in real time. If the volatility of the stock shrinks, a sign that the professional money is easing its foot off the gas, the AI automatically tightens the trailing stop, preserving capital based on market facts, not human desire or fantasy. This mindset transition protects your career longevity. By automating the defense against revenge trading and emotional burnout, you successfully preserve the mental capital necessary for sustained performance. You are not just surviving in the market, you are setting yourself up for a multi-decade career characterized by low-stress, high-efficiency execution. You are moving beyond the anxiety-driven short-term struggle and into the calm, strategic long game that builds generational wealth. The competitive imperative is absolute. In an arena populated by increasingly sophisticated algorithms, the unassisted human trader is, simply put, obsolete. You must arm yourself. You must embrace the technology that protects your greatest strengths, intuition and creativity, while eliminating your greatest weaknesses, fear and impulse. The AI is not a luxury or an optional add-on. It is the minimum requirement for surviving and thriving in this new, technologically advanced market epoch. The cyborg mindset represents the apex of self-mastery, achieving perfect discipline through technological aid. You have systematically deleted the psychological bugs and successfully installed the high-performance operating system of logic and probability. You have built an impenetrable fortress around your capital, defended by verifiable data and immutable code. You are no longer trading with mere hope. You are executing a proven, protected process. The choice you face today is critical. You can continue the grueling, ultimately futile battle of willpower against your own biology, or you can leverage the most powerful tool of the 21st century to forge a new, stronger, more consistently profitable trading mind. The era of struggling against yourself is over. The era of augmenting yourself has decisively begun. The final transformation is now complete. The brain of the modern trader is rewired, augmented, and fortified. The only remaining step is the commitment to this robust, repeatable, and high-performance system. Embrace the machine and claim your psychological edge. Subscribe to Mind for Trade. Join the evolution. Let's rewire the market together.